Good everyone, Organized Video. Today we have a sub request by a guy named Turtle Gamer for the M36 GMC, aka the Jackson. This isn't the first time you've actually seen a sort of sub request for the Jackson. A couple of months back, I had a guy ask me to review the Jackson, so this is pretty familiar territory to me. So at least I know what I'm going to do with this thing. So the M36 Jackson is probably one of the most well-known and recognizable tank destroyers in War Thunder, other than the M10 and stuff like the Jagdpanther and Jagdpanzer 4 and well, not Jagdpanzer 4, Sturmgeschütz 3 is what I should have said. And the Jackson is a tank that, hmm, it's good, but at the same time it's a bit meh, to put it simply. The problem is with the Jackson is that, in my personal opinion, this tank has been replaced already. But the good news is that the tank that originally replaced it is now at a higher BR. So yeah, and if you don't know what I mean, I'm referring to the T25. That tank does everything the Jackson does, but better, in my personal opinion. It has better side armor, so that you can actually side scrape with it. It's got better front armor, it's got better turret armor, it's got better turret traverse rate, it's got an actual roof. And that's really what lets the Jackson down. Now, this suggestion as to what may come out of my gob seem a bit dumb, but why not swap the M18 and the M36 round? Now, I know to some people that may seem stupid, but at the same time, this would allow you to drop the BR of the Jackson. Because in my personal opinion, the Jackson doesn't really work at 5.7. Well, it can once you get upgrades to it, but the problem is that you don't get many down tiers. With the Jackson, when I was spading it, I tended to get up tiers. And fighting King Tiger Henschels with stock ammunition is not pleasant, and the only way you're going through their turret is loading APCR. Not exactly fun, and the same applies to the T25 and the 76 Jumbo. These tanks could easily go back down to 5.7. That would create the 5.7 lineup being a bit of a beastly lineup. I'm just going to set to research the M42. But then you've got the M41, which could, I mean, stock it's fine and upgraded it's perfect, but it could stay at 6.0. And then maybe drop the Pershings to 6.0 because the Pershings have been struggling recently. I've only played the Pershings a couple of times, for good reason. Now, I was planning to do this one with the Chinese M36 so I could get on spading it, but unfortunately I've not had the patience to unlock the Chinese M36. I think I'm about 20k off it if we just have a quick check, because I haven't actually looked in a while. Yeah, about 21k away from the Chinese M36. I just haven't bothered because, well, I just don't have any interest in China at the moment. I've spaded practically everything I can get, and the next time I'll be playing China is when the patch drops, which it will probably drop after or before this video comes out. But that's fine, because, well, I get a new AA to play with. I've already seen gameplay, like people playing it on the test server and stuff like that, on the dev server and things like that. Looks to be a pretty good SPAA, I have to admit. 69mm of penetration roughly, and twin 25mm cannons. It should be pretty decent. But I've seen people complain about the reload, which is a bit steep. Right, well, we're on Mozdok, and this ain't a bad map at all. This ain't a bad map at all. The problem is if we go this side, we're going to get sniped. If we go this side, we're not going to have much to shoot at. But I'd rather take the not much to shoot at avenue rather than get shot in the side where the armor is just, well, it's pretty shit, to put it simply. The armor is like 19 to 25mm thick on the Jackson on the side. Right, let's roll. Yeah, it feels nice to drive Jackson again. I mean, obviously I've got the tank fully spaded. I've not played it in a long time, and given the fact that we may unlock the M42 after this, I can at least work on spading that. Because, well, I haven't played Dusty yet, so I want to give it a go. Just because, why not? I mean, it looks like a nice little anti-aircraft. I mean, it's based on the Walker Bulldog. I love the Walker Bulldog, which means I can team it up with the Walker Bulldog. Yada yada yada. Joe, you did too much waffling. But one thing that really set me in stone about playing the Jackson is the mobility. This mobility is very good for what it is. Obviously the armor's light, and given the fact that the only other tank that you could have teamed this thing up with back in the day was the T-25, this thing was a great difference from the T-25. Because it was faster than the T-25 in forwards. Not in terms of top speed, but it was faster at getting there. The only thing that the Jackson lacks is reverse. It has about a 3 miles an hour reverse gear. It's very lacking in that regard. Yeah, I need to work on unlocking the Chinese one, see if I can get that spaded. Okay. Let's have a look. I haven't played a Jackson in a while, so I don't want to be too aggressive with it. This 90's powerful, and the team could use a 90. I don't trust this at all. Given the fact that the only tank up here is very disconcerting, to say the least. Come on, flip your fat ass around. There we go. I'll try to see if I can provide covering fire. Alright, what's he spotted? What have you spotted, Mr. Sherman? Well, there's something. It's behind that hill, I can't shoot it. T-34. Jackson will crack you like a egg. There we go. That's one thing I do like about the Jackson, is that the gun just cracks T-34s like an egg. It appears that most of them are on this side, which is unusual. But at least if I'm here, I can provide covering fire. But obviously, another thing that the Jackson lacks is turret armor. We have about 3 inches of turret armor, which, as you can imagine, ain't much. We've got about 3.5 on the turret. Hello. Let's crack you like an egg. I hit the front plate at that angle, that's why I didn't penetrate there. And his 85 will cut me open like a twig. That's why I had to back off there, even with the Jackson's bad reverse. But look, he's just gonna sit there now. That's what I don't get about these players, is that they just sit there. Like, I'm really gonna pull out when I know you're looking at me. If he was to fire, then I'd push up, but... Okay, where's he gone now? They could have gotten far. Ah, that's a French SA-50. I kinda need to bust that tank open. Never mind, teammate did it for me. I need to know where that T-34's gone, because he's just disappeared. And I do... Oh, good, that's friendly. I just heard an engine rumbling to my right, and I thought immediately, fuck, I'm dead. Yeah, this is how I play the Jackson. I'm very cautious with it. I think there's a jump though out there. I could try and use the high mobility to get into position, but this is the problem, like, we just don't know what's out there. And now they're on the C point, which is worrying, to say the least. He's dead, good. We got air support, yes we do. P-61. Yep, it's a jumbo, it's a jumbo. But I can crack his turret at the right angle. There we go. IS-1. You don't see many of those anymore. Don't know why he's looking my way. That was a lag spike right then. His turret just moved extremely oddly. That's him dealt with. This is the thing, last time I played on this map, I played exactly like this, and it benefits this tank so much. So what the hell have they got that can flank that quickly? Right, you're backing me up. Excellent. You see, this is the problem, like, you've just got to be so careful. Because remember, the thickest part of the armor is not going to stop anything at this BR. Right, user friendly, that's fine. I did see a tank's turret over here, so we need to keep an eye out for that. It was over there. Is that it? No, that's a bush. But yeah, if you're going to spade the Jackson, you really do have to play it how I'm currently playing it. What's he seen? Ooh, there's a couple here, actually. You really do have to be careful with it. Now, I'm a bit rusty with a 90, but I might as well take the shot. I refer to this gun as the short 90. Because there is obviously the longer barreled 90 on the Super Pershing. Where's he gone? Because he's just gone down that hill. And I don't know where he is. Well, this is just how it is sometimes playing a Jackson. Like, you gotta be careful. That's friendly, that's fine. You've always got to check for aircraft as well. Playing a Jackson and not checking for aircraft is a big mistake. Hang on a minute. Ooh. AMX. Swinging the turret around. Just beat him to the trigger there. I don't think that's going to be all of them, but we might as well back off anyway. That's another thing that you get in the Jackson, is you get a great turret traverse. So handy for dealing with little shits who try and flank you. What was that? What was that? Shot just came from the left. That's friendly. But I just lost my Sherman support up there. There. There's a couple here. I can't see the one in the bushes very well. Yeah, alright mate, I know they're there. But there's more important targets to deal with. Direct front. You keep me informed. You keep me informed. Yeah, there's a Panzer IV down there. Yep. The T-34 is trying to flank. Just took out the Sherman on my right. Fuck. That was a bad shot. That was a bad shot. Bad shot. Run, 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 run. Yep, I saw that. I saw that. Oh, saw that right the last second. Turret shot? Huh. I'd have thought a side shot, or side shot in the hull would have done that, but... Oh well. Not a bad play. I mean, to say I drove the Jackson quite a bit, I'd consider that a good run. So, there you go. Like I say, that may not have been the most exciting for everyone, but at the same time, that is just how I work with the Jackson. I don't take it I don't take it into situations where it can get aggressive and get shot all the time, because it's not built for that. This thing's built to kill tanks at good range. So the 90 is perfectly capable, but like I say, if you miss your shot, yeah, it can do some damage, but at the same time, you really have to make your shot count. And if you get hit, you're gonna know about it for the most part. Either your entire turret crew is gonna be dead or your ammo goes off. Because the problem is with the Jackson, the shells are much bigger than what you would expect. One thing's for certain, that ammo rack did surprise me because he hit where he did, but whatever. Even then, we would have likely been screwed because the breach looked like it took a hit pretty decently. And yeah. But yeah, thank you for your request, Total Gamer. Unfortunately, I will not be able to take any more requests for the moment. However, in the future videos that I will be doing for these sub requests, I will inform you when I'm free to take up requests. I've still got another 7 or 8, so give me time, and then I'll be able to take more. But yeah, so I'll obviously let you know when I'm free to take more. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's request by Turtle Gamer. I hope you enjoyed rusty M36 Jackson gameplay, and I'll see you all on the next one.